We're still talking about critical race theory. This is part 2 in my series on understanding critical race theory. Impact analysis is the most important tool we have for understanding racism today. Before the civil rights reforms of the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, no one was arguing about systemic racism. Most Americans knew that racism was systemic because it was designed to be so. Racist laws impacted people of color exactly as they were intended to. After the Civil Rights Act of 1964, however, the conversation shifted away from addressing the impact of systemic racism toward focusing on personal prejudice. Or wait, was it after the Civil Rights Act of 1968? No, it was after the Civil Rights Act of 1984. Wait, no, it was after the Civil Rights Act of 1991. My point is that Congress has been passing new civil rights legislation to address systemic racism for decades. In fact, Congress is trying to pass an anti-lynching civil rights bill today. And this is all thanks to impact analysis, the process of studying how laws, policies, and practices impact some groups differently than others. Impact analysis is a practice that happens to be an important tool in critical race theory. Critical race theory argues that racism is more than just personal prejudice. It's present in our policy and institutional action. And the only way to know if systems are acting discriminatorily is to analyze their impact. Said more simply, we will never get rid of racism by banning critical race theory. But then again, that's probably the point. I'll give you a modern example in part 3, so follow for more.